Big revelations and running out of time. Let's get into Divine Masculine's update and see what's coming through for them this week. Welcome back. We're here to do the Divine Masculine update and see what is coming through for them this week in the mix. If you do want this content ahead of the crowd, you can come through, look at our video, which does show you what we have inclusive within our YouTube membership. We also separately have super chats that are private for those burning questions. Now, without further ado, let's take a look. This week is very interesting. I'm really noticing the overarching energy, and ultimately speaking, when I was looking at it, it does make sense. Always unique how both psychic energy, tarot, and astrology can have links to it. And, I've always been absolutely obsessed with knowing the burning reasons. It must be, for Libras, that Virgo 12th house. It always comes through, and we want to almost dissect it to the point we can go, okay, why is this happening? Now, what I'm saying spiritually coming through for these individuals, this is a huge revelation. This is almost really linking a lot of the unhealthy relationships, the connections, the belief systems, a lot to do with psychology, really. It's almost like they're really having a revelation. And this is to do with the past. This is also to do with their childhood and the styles of partners that they've been attracting in. And there is a lot to do with the past that they're letting go of. Now, this could be a time where they're coming off the back burner of the previous moon. And, the first thing I did, like, honestly, I looked at it and I went, okay, this is really interesting because, if we do look to the past position, we have the heart chakra. And we'll give you a close-up view. We've got the heart chakra. It's in reverse, and it's Mother Earth. Now, interestingly enough, we've got big wrap-ups this month, and I did predict that this month would be where tower moments could occur. And it doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, we're going to have a tower moment, but it's more so the notion of if you were going down a path particularly that wasn't kind of destined, it was, overdue for really ending. These are these moments where getting to the critical degree in astrology, it makes it more intense. So the likelihood is a lot higher. These individuals are looking to the past and, it's like really investing. It's almost like this very, very old traditional energy of, look, I made my bed, I have to lie in it. And I'm seeing these individuals really in the heart of hearts, knowing the inner truth of where their heart actually does live. And, really questioning. It's like, okay, what's my heart's desire? Where is my courage? Where is my conviction? Who do I have to be gentle with myself? 100%. And I think there's a lot of heart chakra healing here. I do see them looking to the past, and it could have been with the karmic energy, be it was a parent energy, tribe, family, or karmic. This situation is getting left in the past position. They still don't quite grasp what the deeper reason for all of this was, and there was a point in time they did directly feel as though they weren't that gift, that they weren't worthy of having more than what they had. But they're really coming back to a remembrance of who they are. And it's like this phoenix rising. It's almost like rising through the ashes, realizing they had an attachment. And that attachment could have been, look, this is my role. This is what I've got to be in my life. This is how things have to go. But they're really getting to a place where they're not allowing restrictions or fear or, the need to let go to really define them. And again, this is a number 8. I was really feeling the oozing energy of Pluto. And it's suddenly and radically really changing. And I do feel this energy is going to really pivot forward from mid-month into February 2024. So I think this is sort of the seed has been planted and, the sprouts are about to burst. And I do feel this really coming up very quickly. I do see that as they are moving into remembrance, it's all these old feelings resurfacing. So initially, this can feel spiritually like a dark night of the soul. If they're very, very 3D, that could be in hunter-gatherer mode, working hard, trying to avoid those emotions. The thing is, when these things need addressing, they're going to continue to come up until they are addressed. And for some reason, I'm even picking headaches with these individuals. At a base level, we do see from a foundation, this person, you know, it's the old saying, you can't lose what was never yours. But there is also these revelations that they're not wanting to lose certain things. Some of this healing has actually, that was the whole reason maybe for a return of a karmic situation or a review of a karmic situation, was really to clear the loss and the grief and, you know, to make peace with yourself that you did the best you could, that it was what things were. And again, I keep hearing the Cup song this month, and I don't know why it's so relevant, but it's like almost like missing the old version, the authentic version of who they used to be, but having to let that go by the wayside. I I do feel, ultimately speaking, if they are weighing the scales with a heart on either side, there is one that is screaming very true to them. And I do see this as the spiritual connection at the heart of the read, which we do have something, it's really like it's weighing heavy on their heart. They also did not feel worthy for you, but they're moving beyond this now. And if there's been apprehension or fear that maybe they'll fail, maybe you'll reject them, maybe this won't be a success, how will I forgive myself if I have to leave a cycle? This is really becoming quite resolved, because it's almost like the soul is calling for them to clear this, to heal it. And I do feel as we do move through these moon phases, it's really ushering up these old memories. I do think Pluto definitely is intensifying it. So, you know, we had the new moon in Capricorn, we had Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, and we have Pluto ingressing into Aquarius. Now, all of those are very old situations, especially because by the 23rd, we have Venus entering Capricorn. We're having these revelations to do with tradition and values and cultural belief systems, and, you know, what the tried and true was versus is that relevant in this day and age. So we're taking some old, but we're taking some old things, but we're casting out the outdated ways. And anything maybe that was swept under the carpet, these things are really resurfacing. And I do see the assertiveness really coming through. I do feel within this loss, as we do move to the following moon, it is going to be a full moon. And, you know, it's ironic because we do have two hearts, one of the past, one of the future, one in reverse, one in the upright when we do look to the read. What am I seeing through that? I'm seeing that this Leo moon that's coming, being a full moon, this can really be clearing that high heart chakra and opening them up. And, you know, it's almost like the stories that we tell ourselves, the history that we had with Divine Feminine coming through in this read. It's really written all over their body. It's all in their soul. It's all in their body. They're surrendering and they're allowing their bodies to kind of recover, but they're also realizing that things can be healed, that you can let people in, that it is safe to love. We've got another heart card. It's very small here. I'm hearing the term that sometimes they misinterpret and misunderstand. It's almost like with the body language, they get it mixed up. They're being asked to listen to their heart, but they're also feeling as though one is real. Like I said, I just keep getting this message. One energy is screaming louder to Divine Masculine than another. They do feel Divine Feminine has made a lot of sacrifices, and although they would be very gentle, they would be, you know, sort of guiding that individual. I feel they're having a revelation with this that they weren't listening. They also feel that this has caused Divine Feminine to feel very lonely in the mix of things, and that they've had to use their intuition. They've had to use the courage, you know, to really move forward in a healthy way. Okay, what is this lost love energy? What do we need to do what do we need to know? What do we need to do? That's interesting. You never know. It might come up with something we're needing to do. Yeah, they're missing Divine Feminine, definitely. There is some communication coming in. They also have guides speaking to them in a relationship to this. This also can be a conversation with a karmic and ending the cycle. They're having a very, very candid talk with individuals. This is also, yeah, it is to do with an ending. This is also to do with the fact that they feel they can't presume people know what they're feeling. And I think if they have been very gentle with the circumstance, I feel they're going to be a lot firmer with this. And they may not know how this is going to go, but it's almost like I'm hearing the term, they're walking in my angel's fair to tread. It's a necessity. It can't, I'm hearing the term, it can't be avoided. It's unavoidable. Yeah, they are apprehensive, but they really are searching inside their minds. And they know that this, you know, they know that this has to go. They're hoping to goodness that by the time they have made this decision that it's not too late. There's a lot of sadness there. And they're also feeling as though they don't want you to be a friend. They want you to be a partner. Okay, what hurdles are possible for Divine Masculine with this crowning energy, please? Yeah, this is to do with accepting the fact that they had an attachment within a karmic cycle. Again, I do feel there are regrets. Definitely keep getting that a guide is really screaming at them at the moment. And I do feel for some, this is a loved one who's passed over. It's almost like they're getting pissed off. Okay, what does Divine Feminine need to know in the mix of this situation, please? Can they trust the communication? Yes, you can. The truth will set you free. Be transparent, be open if communication comes in any shape and form. Also, there can be some information that's coming towards you. They're asking you to trust your instincts with the information. You know this person, and you're going to know what's true and what's false. Okay, I'm hearing the term third time lucky. I'm also seeing that there is a desire for this to transform, but there is going to be a conversation about what has been going down. I do feel Divine Masculines this week in the mix can be having some really, what would you say, dark moments, but the dark moments are going to liberate them through. I think these are things that have been weighing on them quite a bit, be it it's a family related dynamic and it's wrapping up a cycle. This can be an energy that could be transcending over. I also see a great deal of healing, acceptance of the past, a need to leave a karmic situation for some, as well as really missing Divine Feminine here, really getting to a point that they're having to move beyond the ego and to move towards you, regardless of what they fear the outcome may be. Love and light. I will see you next week for the update. Stick around for our joint connection if you do want to see such, and you can join our YouTube membership where I do give you transit updates, energy updates, support and coaching.